I'm Ilene Wood, and this is today's episode of Bag Lunch. We are returning to the needlepoint theme, but we're going to be a lot more contemporary today. We're talking about bags that were done perhaps in the last 10 or 15 years. The bags that I am holding were done by people and fashioned into a finished bag. This one probably homemade, as evidenced by the velvet trim and the braid used as a shoulder strap. This one sent away and professionally finished, as shown by that leather trim, and it's just a much more exacting handbag. All of the different designs you're going to see today celebrate wild animals, but they're done in a much more contemporary, abstract way. These two bags are both a zebra theme. Now, what's most interesting about these two bags when shown together is that it is the identical canvas design, but one is in needlepoint and the other is in pettipoint. And you may be wondering what the difference is. The technique is identical. The difference between needlepoint and pettipoint is that needlepoint is done with a larger needle and a thicker strand of yarn on a larger grade canvas, whereas pettipoint uses very thin yarn with a smaller needle on a very fine canvas. So if you look at these two, they're the identical design, but one done large size for needlepoint, one done small for pettipoint, and correspondingly, a needlepoint purse takes a lot shorter to complete than a pettipoint purse, because if you consider number of stitches per square inch, you must complete 2 to 4 times as many here as in this one. So it takes that much longer to do the work. Now, most needlepoint bags would take a significant amount of time to accomplish. I remember stitching needlepoint pillows, and this is not something that you would do straight through because it's very straining on the eyes. So my belief is that to complete the canvases necessary for a needlepoint handbag might take a woman months, and then she would have to send it off to be finished professionally, which might add additional months to the project. So I think a fair range would be from beginning to completion and wearing the actual handbag might have taken as much as a year. This is a handbag that is actually much earlier. This is a handbag from the 60s, but it has a very contemporary look because it has interpreted a leopard print in a very graphic manner that feels very new and very fresh. So even though this bag probably dates to the 60s, it looks much more of today. This is a bag done by a company called Clever Carriage, and they are known for doing a lot of handbags in needlepoint. However, all of their bags are very fashionable, very fresh, and this one features a stylized version of snakeskin done in needlework. So this is an adorable hobo bag that you would probably wear either with a dress or even with a pair of jeans, but it's a much more traditional technique used in a contemporary bag. This bag is a bit special to me because it was created by 2 friends of mine. It was created by a company called Dransfield Ross, which is comprised of John Dransfield and Jeffrey Ross. And they had a company that first began as an interior design company, but then segued into producing items that would be wonderful decorative accessories. Things like bedspreads and cushions and things for a tabletop like napkin rings. And at one point, they kind of transversed into doing some handbags. And these bags are more like book bags or attaché cases in that it's a work bag, I believe. but they were done in stylized animal prints that were created out of needlepoint. This one is a stylized giraffe. This one is not actually an animal print, but rather it looks like stylized leaves and ferns. And the third and final example I'm showing you today is one of my personal favorites because it shows plywood. It's wood grain, and I view it as my signature handbag, Ilene Wood. Now, there are a number of other animal print designs done by Dransfield Ross, which include zebra and leopard. But these bags are currently on loan to the Kemmerer Museum, so I can't hold them up in my living room for you today. But trust me when I tell you that these are gorgeous bags that are now quite rare because the company is no longer producing these. And you can find them online on places like eBay and Etsy and Poshmark and First Dibs, but you're going to pay very dearly because they are now out of production and therefore have become quite collectible. So thank you, John. Thank you, Jeffrey. I really think your work is gorgeous, and I'm happy to share it with the viewers today on Bag Lunch.